If you're one of those folks who is interested in playing guitar, but you gave up on it, then you're in the right place. I'm going to show you a one-finger method for how to play some cool music. Today we're going to focus on a song that's by J.J. Cale. It's called After Midnight. It's a fantastic song, classic from the 70s or 60s or whenever he wrote it. Later popularized wildly by Eric Clapton, who was a great admirer and friend of J.J. Cale. We're going to learn that today, and I'm going to show you how to do it with one finger. So if you've had a guitar under your bed or in the closet or stashed away in the basement or the attic, go drag it out, bring it in front of you. We're going to change the tuning a little bit, and I'm going to show you this method. Beforehand, I'll show you what it looks like on a guitar in standard tuning. We can do that right now. So this guitar is in standard tuning, sounds like this. Your guitar is probably in that tuning as well. But it hasn't served you if it's been in that tuning for all these years and you haven't touched it. So let's just look at some of the issues I'm talking about. This song has 4 chords in it only. The D, that's D major, F, G, and A. Right? And it goes something like that. I realized that all those chord shapes can be not only difficult to find, but difficult to hold and sound out so the notes ring. You don't want them to sound like that, right? You want it to sound like this. For beginners, it's easy to have formed the chord and then you get this sound. Right? Because you're unable to press the string to the fretboard and cut that string off at the fret, which is what you're doing. You're shortening the string effectively by touching it where you're touching it. That's how the guitar works. And that can be difficult, right? And that has something to do with getting your fingers exactly placed, having that toughness on the tips of your fingers, and then being able to change quickly from one chord to the next, because the song goes at the cadence that it goes, and you have to keep up with it with these chord changes. And those things can put off kind of new, interested guitar players such that they pack it up and slide it under the bed. So I'm here to help you get that guitar back out and give it a try again. So you saw what happened on this guitar. I'm going to go to a different guitar that's already in an open tuning, open D. So that first chord, we're going to get that for free without even touching the fretboard. So watch this. There you go. There's your D. So let's go through the tuning on this guitar. You get yours tuned up the same way. Now, just a word about alternate tuning, because I don't want to scare you with this word. It's kind of a big word for a very simple thing. All we're really doing is programming a chord into the guitar while the strings are open, which means we're not fretting the fretboard, we're not touching the fretboard anywhere. So when we play that guitar, we get the chord, the same chord that we were fretting on this guitar in standard tuning, we get it for free here without touching anything. Now, if you've been to a concert or show and you've seen the artist having any number of guitarists behind him or her, and they're constantly trading out guitars on every song, that's usually because they're in alternate tunings. And they do that for certain voicings that just sound better in alternate tunings, and also because some songs are a lot easier to play in alternate tunings than they are in standard tuning. In the title of this video, I promised to show you how to play a song with one finger. And I'm going to deliver on that right now. First, we have to get your guitar in open D tuning. So let's do that. 6th string, we're going to tune to a D. So here it is. The 5th string, next one down, we're going to tune to an A. The next string down, the 4th string, D. Next is F sharp, the 3rd string. 2nd string is an A. And the top string, or the 1st string, is a D. Now the 6th and the 4th string should sound the same. or at least the same note, and the same for the top string. So you have 3 strings all tuned to D. 6, 4, and 1. You hear that? That's all D. You have 2 strings that are tuned to an A. The 5th string and the 2nd string. Hear that? And then you have 1 string out on its own. That's the F sharp. That's your 3rd string. And there it is. When you strum it, you get a D chord, D major. Beautiful. So if you're with me this far, stay with me, because this is the part that's going to blow you away. You can play the same chord that we played at the beginning, the one that I showed you with the more complicated chord shapes. At least for beginners, those are complicated. And we're going to show you how to do it with 1 finger. And I'm going to put up on the screen a graphic that's going to help you follow along. So you're going to find in this verse, we've got 4 beats on D, then we go to F for 2 beats, and we go to G for 2 beats, and then we go back. We stay on D for 4 beats, another measure of 4 beats. I'll show you. So here we start. Free chord, no fingers required on your left hand. That's your D. So you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. This is an F chord. We only hold that for 2 beats. 1, 2. We go up to a G chord. 1, 2. Back to the D. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can play the verse. If you can do that, you play the whole verse. You want to hear it? So it's like this. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. We're gonna do a really simple strum pattern here to make it easy, okay? After midnight, we're gonna chug a lug and shout. So what I did there is just open, play the F, which is on the 3rd fret, 2 beats on the F, go up to the G on the 5th fret, 2 beats on that, and then back to the D. You got the whole verse right there, 1 finger. Now look, sometimes you'll see me using my next finger to fortify the index finger, okay? So, as in like this. So I'll place the 2nd finger over the 1st, just for a little extra strength. And my thumb, you can see here, is right behind it, like so. And as I slide that up, I keep that relationship. So there's kind of a clamp being formed there. And you're just fretting the whole thing right up, all 6 strings. Cover it with your 2nd finger to just press down a little harder. Put your thumb right behind it. 3, 5, open. Let's try that again. You got to work really hard to make sure that you're not muting out any of the strings here. We want them all. All of these strings are in each chord that we want to play. That's not always the case in standard tuning, but here for this song it is. So we don't want to hear that, right? 'Cause that means we're not getting full pressure. We're not really shortening that string to this fret, which is what we want to do, right? The tone that comes out of the string is a function of the length of the string, the tension, and the size. Now, all we're doing when we're pressing a fret is shortening the string. Yeah. We're pressing that string down, right, onto the fretboard, and it's kind of cutting off the effective string length right at the fret. That's the metal bar that runs down across the fretboard. So when we play open, we have the full string length from the bridge to the nut. That's going to be a D because we tuned it to D, right? If we press here, that's going to raise it a semitone to D sharp. 1 more semitone. Each of these frets is a semitone. Goes to E, and then right to F. Now there's no such thing as an E sharp or an F flat. That's called a naturally occurring half step. Half step means semitone. So when we go from D, D sharp, E, F, we're not skipping anything in there. It's just the way the guitar is laid out. when we play that whole bar, instead of getting a D, we're shortening the string length on all of these to the 3rd fret, and we get an F. Do the same thing up here, we get a G. And if we go up to the next dot on your fretboard, you'll get an A. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. Keep it simple. After midnight, we gonna chug a lug and shout. Now comes the chorus. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, find out what it is all about. See there, we just went up to the A. It's the same progression, just comes up to the A. The timing is a little different, right? Because in the verse, you're only holding the F for 2 beats and the G for 2 beats before we go back to the D. But in the chorus, you're going to hold each one for 4. So we'll do the chorus again, okay? You're going to cause talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, find out what it is all about. 2, 3, 4. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. Now, if you want to get more accurate on the strumming, it's a little like this. Again. So up to speed. Like so, and you can work on that. The key here is how to play chords with one finger, how to get you interested in playing again, so you can test your musicality and see if you want to continue studying and taking it farther. So that's the objective, and I hope we hit that and sparked an interest for you so your guitar doesn't collect dust under your bed somewhere. Now, we can jazz this up a little if you want to go to the next step with it. You can add a little flourish, which is really not difficult to do, and you can do it with one finger. So we're still on this one finger lesson. So let's stay with the same song for now, After Midnight, and we'll play that open D, and then we're going to come to the 3rd fret on the top string, and I want you to just fret that note right there, which is also an F, by the way, and then just bend it up a little. You hear this tone go up? Now that's because we're stretching the string. By bending it up, we're stretching it. And when we stretch it, the tone goes up. So all we want to do is fret it, bend it up a little, and pick it open again. So the sound is like that. Simple little thing, and it adds a lot. Now, that is going to test the tip of your finger a little bit, because we do have to toughen up that skin right there on the very end of your finger. It'll happen over time. It might hurt a little bit when you first start, but you'll get there quickly. It's not some special skill that only some people have. Everyone has it. Don't worry about it. And this is just if you're interested in adding the next step, that might be one that you'd consider. So we can try that. So we just play the song. We stick that in there. So anytime we're just on the D, we can stick that F in there. Okay, I cheated. I used my other finger. So I'll go back to the just one finger method. Now we can add a little more to that if we want to. We go from that same spot, 3rd fret, go up 1 string to the 2nd string. We're going to play that string, slide it up 2 frets, and let it go. So you get that kind of swampy sound. That requires you to get to that F chord a little bit faster. You notice that? But that's good practice, right? Because here we're not trying to form some crazy chord with fingers on every string. We just have to get back to this position with one finger. Maybe two if you want that extra force, okay? So let's try again. Cool, right? We can do it on another set of strings up here. So let's come up to the 4th string, 3rd fret, and we can do the same thing. So we're just pressing that 4th string, 3rd fret up to raise the tone. And we're going to let it go and pick it again. And then we come to the 3rd fret on the 5th string, right above it, and we just slide that up 2 frets. So now you got a song under your belt, a great one, right? Fun one. You've got room to learn more on that song. Other places you can pick out some nice little tones to put between the chords, but you can play this song with one finger, right? So very cool. Now, I don't want you to worry that, oh, there aren't any other songs I can play in this tuning, and why did I screw up my guitar and change the tuning? Remember, having your guitar in standard tuning all this time wasn't serving your needs, right? And there are, I don't know, thousands of songs you can play in open tunings. A lot of the Rolling Stones songs are in open tunings. Some Dire Straits songs, some Jackson Browne songs, Allman Brothers songs. They're all over the place. If you research it, you'll find lots and lots of songs that you might recognize. Some that come to mind, for example, this one. Now, you're not going to do Little Martha with one finger, and that's more of an advanced song, but I want you to know that you don't have to change your guitar tuning all the time. So if you want to play around with this technique where you can pick a song out with one finger, plenty of other songs like that. Otis Redding, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, is another one. Right, same method. It's just one finger. Sitting on the dock of the bay. All right, so you got that. Jackson Browne has a great song called In the Shape of a Heart. It goes like this. So just open, top 2 strings, then the 9th fret. We're going to go to the 5th, then the 7th, then open again. That's pretty much the whole song. So that song goes like, was a ruby that she wore on a chain around her neck, in the shape of a heart, in the shape of a heart. Right? And so on. So you can learn just the basic song structure there. You can add the little lead, which you can also do with one finger. So a lot of cool stuff, and try it out. Give your guitar another try and see if it doesn't help you. And if you're interested in learning more, let me know. please leave me a comment, what you thought about the video. Like it, subscribe, that would be great. And we'll try to bring you along a little further with some additional instruction if you're interested in seeing that and exploring your musicality on guitar a little further. Thanks so much for watching the video. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time.